Welcome to this week's FIFA 12 Ultimate Team podcast. This is Christophe, and I'm alone.
No, you're not.
Oh, are you behind me?
I'm here.
I was wondering what that was, that breeze on my neck.
That's the loud air conditioning in this room.
Oh, okay.
You can probably hear it. If we just go quiet for a second. Listen to that. It's really loud. Anyway. That's obviously something else. That's what it sounds like in your head.
Yeah. Oh, nice. The emptiness of the wind. Someone talk to me.
Anyway, you introduced this as the Ultimate Tea podcast.
Yep. And you have your tea.
I've got a cup of tea.
Nice.
Shall we talk about the Ultimate Tea of the week?
Yeah, and it's Tetley, a selection coming from Ceylon, and it's really nice. And the team of the week is
team of the week
is coming up now, and we have some nice fancy cursor movement again. And introducing right now, we're getting down to the business. Steve.
By the way, I should probably just say before we start,
Steve, yes,
Steve. I haven't even looked at the team of the week. Yeah,
no.
I don't know who's in it. I'm just going to click on them, bring them up, and then it's you. You can say some stuff that actually matters, and then I'll just try and fill in some rubbish in between.
Yep.
To keep us going. You know what I mean?
So Elana is a goalkeeper from which team?
I don't know. I don't know.
His
well,
team
it says
is
it there.
His team is Brest.
Say it again.
Giggle. We did giggle about that last week already.
Yeah, we had someone else.
Do
you know what? It's even funnier this time.
We're like 12-year-olds. But he plays for what is officially called Stade Brestois, which I guess is less funny. But they did beat
Sounds like a great room.
Marseille 1-0. And he had a lot of key saves. He was rated 9 in L'Equipe. It's really rare to have a player in L'Equipe that's rated that high. So 1-0 win for Brest against Marseille. It's pretty big results, and that's thanks to, the whole team, but he did a great job in goal too.
So he's up to 81?
Yes.
From what, Christophe? What was he before?
76.
Oh, well done. You knew that. That's fantastically well done.
Yes, and it's Steve with 2 E's. Steve. It's pretty cool.
Is he seriously spelled with 2 C? No, 2 E's.
yeah, it's Steve with 2 C's. It's silent C's. It's so silent you can't even see them.
That sounds like a mistake on the birth certificate, if you ask me.
Yeah, they wanted to name him Jacques.
With what, 2 A's?
Yes. And they ended up with Steve with 2 E's. That's crazy.
What a nightmare it must have been.
Yes. And so we have Mr. Montreal. Or no T, actually, for him.
There's a silent T. So silent, it's not even in his name.
Beautiful.
Monreal.
Beautiful. Nicely done. He plays for Malaga. And they had a small win against Zaragoza.
Small one?
Yep, 5-1. Bim.
That's not small, that's quite big.
Yes, and he played well on both ends of the pitch. And he was a player of the week, one of the players of the week in Spain, and that's why he's in our team of the week as a left back. He has some speed and passing, so that's pretty cool.
I'm just reading your notes down here, and it says he had 1 assist.
Yes.
And it was out of 5 goals, he had 1 assist, and he's in the team of the week.
He played well in defense, and he went up and down. So you have to argue that his attacking play opened the way for the other goals to be scored.
He's in the team week, and Daniel Agger isn't, after his Carling Cup performance.
So Carling Cup performance, you warned me.
I might bring this up a little bit. Yeah.
So we did actually feature, in case you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, haven't looked at the forums, or haven't paid attention, on Monday, we did feature Mr. Downing as the one and only informed from the Carling Cup final between Liverpool and Cardiff. Yeah. So usually with those finals, we feature one man of the match, and that's what we did. So no
team
Agar.
of the week players.
No Agar.
Downing is not in the team of the week.
No. So basically, those releases are very, limited.
Yeah.
And so he was out for twice 1 hour. So the 2 happy hours we did on Monday.
Okay. And any Cardiff players in the team of the week?
No.
So Cardiff fans out there, if you were playing Ultimate Team and you were looking forward to the first ever grandiose inclusion of your brilliant Cardiff players from Sunday, Christophe has decided not to put them in.
Not man of the match. So not feature Monday, not feature in team of the week.
You know his Twitter. I would suggest representing your views to him directly. I will be doing it as well.
Nicely done.
Here. Anyway, more. Right.
So let's go to centre back, where we have Mr. Chiellini from Juve,
Our friend, I've met him. You know,
he's having a very good He's having a very good season. He's actually one of the pack talents for FIFA. So he's
and a really nice guy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys that we've ever met doing those things. And I mean, nice enough to allow us to play football with him. And we just had a kickabout with him. He was just, we were filming a TV ad, and he was a bit bored because, there's a lot of sitting around.
Okay, yeah.
And we just had a kickabout and a game of FIFA.
And then he tackled you, and that's when...
He tackled Stevie. You know Stevie from the other podcast.
Okay, right.
Yeah, he didn't just tackle him either. He absolutely poleaxed him. He was brilliant. Anyway, very, very nice guy.
Beautiful.
Excuse me, a little bit of a cough. Anyway.
So that was the great game of the weekend in Italy. Juventus Milan ended up in a 1-1, but basically Milan was all about the offense, and he stood firm. So there you go. It's actually second in form, and he's now an 86 rated defender.
Well done.
Well done, Giorgio.
I don't need to show the information, but he's quite well known already.
Yes, Dani Alves up to 89. So Barcelona still lagging behind Real Madrid, 10 points behind, but they are doing everything right again. With another win at Atletico.
95 pace.
Yep, yeah, and he did score. He's already one of the fastest guys in our game, so he's even faster. So obviously people will like pace on the wings and on their wing backs. Who doesn't?
I was going to say, let me think of all the Ultimate Team players who don't like pace on the wings.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I don't think that's many.
Now let's go to midfield. We got those three defenders, and
I'll start on the left.
86 and 89 rating. And we started with Frankie.
Let's talk about the main man.
Vas-y, Frankie, c'est bon. It's a French song.
What?
And
English only here, please.
Sorry. So Frank Ribéry.
Ribéry? Is that how you say it in English?
This is English. So Frank Ribéry, who played for Metz, the obligatory Metz player in the Team of the Week, up to 90 rating. So he's one of the 3 players over 90. 4 or 5 if you include the informs. But we got a few. But left midfield, finally finding his best form. Great for France. Love it. And he scored 2 goals against Schalke.
So France playing Germany tomorrow, of course.
Yep.
So he's involved in both of those places.
It's going to be in Germany too.
Are you going to win? I don't think you will. I think Germany are going to absolutely wipe the floor with you. I think it's going to be embarrassing. Honestly, I think you probably shouldn't even watch. Nice. What you should do is hide in a hole.
Are you done?
What you should do is, instead of watching the match, you should sit here and change the Team of the Week to include Cardiff and Liverpool players.
Are you done? Yeah. I'm going to do a Schumacher on you. Means I'm going to go out of my goal line and punch you in the face.
Oh, really?
That's the episode I was mentioning on my Twitter. That's what France-Germany is for most French people of my generation.
Someone getting punched in the face.
World Cup 82, where Schumacher just completely destroyed Battiston as the last defender, didn't even get carded, and just broke Battiston's mouth, like his teeth and everything. And in the end, Germany ended up winning, one of the biggest unfair decisions against French football.
Well, it's nice to know that it's not just England who feel aggrieved every time they meet Germany on a football
pitch. That's the background. But I agree that France is not in the best position to win that game. Definitely, Germany is just so good. Let's keep going on our merry way.
Who's this? I recognise this guy.
Mr. Giggsy. Never old.
Is he in there just because of the landmark? His 900th game?
The statue of him there's no statue of him. What kind of landmark? Yes, he did score in his 900th. Wow. That is mental.
I know. So I think he's something like 3-4 games short of the world record for the number of games played for a single team. And I can't remember. I think it was an Italian guy. I can't remember who's holding that record.
I cannot say.
But then, of course, he scored as well, which just made it an even more.
And he scored the winner, last gasp.
Important moment.
Keeping the pressure on City. So it is actually a deserved place right now, right there. And it's amazing to see him perform still so well. So
So it's
well done.
I suppose the one attribute you should increase is his age.
We could decrease his pace because he's getting older. But one day I did that with Beckham, and people were not very happy.
Right.
I thought that was funny. But
okay.
and
How
no,
dare you touch Beckham?
He's still at 75 pace for 39-year-old, so I think it's
not too bad, is it?
Pretty good.
It's all right.
It's pretty good. And let's keep going.
And he's still an 85 at 39. Just,
Rosicky, someone we haven't seen in a while. If we had even ever seen him in Team of the Week,
I'm not sure.
Foot.
He's actually had a good game,
And
which
he scored a
is
goal
amazing.
For the first time in since he was...
That's why he's smiling, though.
Yeah.
That's what happens when he actually plays for Arsenal and plays well, which hasn't happened in since they signed him, more or less, which is quite a long time ago now. So very smiley, happy face.
Yeah, and it was a pretty amazing game, especially if you're a neutral fan. Big derby, Arsenal-Tottenham.
Astonishing game.
And then completely reverted that. The Tottenham fans here, which include our big boss.
The boss is a Tottenham fan.
They were speaking very loud about Tottenham on Friday. Haven't heard very much since.
No, in fact, I do remember our big boss and standing up in front of a big team meeting on Friday.
With a jersey signed by all the players.
Wearing his signed Spurs jersey. Yep. And he had asked everyone to just wear the football shirt of their choice, of the team that they support.
That's what he did, yeah.
And so lots and lots of people turned up to work wearing their football shirts and stuff.
I had a pink Mets jersey, pretty good.
Well, you probably shouldn't mention that.
I shouldn't. Okay.
I can't believe you just mentioned. Anyway, and a lot of people turned up wearing Arsenal shirts. And it put him off his stride a little bit there. He was trying to stand up in front of everybody. He couldn't quite believe it. He was a bit shocked.
He asked them to leave at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys are people that he speaks to every day.
Yes.
And I'm not quite sure what he feels about the thing now. And it must have been a bit disturbing for him. And then, of course, that was followed up with the Arsenal-Tottenham result.
But you know what? Tottenham is still in front of Arsenal, so I guess for the Tottenham fans, that's all that should matter in the end.
They're
still challenging for the title, maybe less so now, but let's keep going.
Yeah, it was actually, as a Liverpool supporter, it was not the best result, but it makes it harder for us.
Catch up.
Yeah, but never mind.
Mr. Bastos, we have 3 left midfields in midfield, so that's why Mr. Bastos is the right midfield in this team here, but obviously it's not the position that you're going to draw him as when you find him in a pack, and I hope that you find him. He's 85 rated on the wing, so same thing, decently fast, but he has a great shot and great passing, so he's played actually at left back in the last World Cup for Brazil. He's pretty he's able to play pretty much everywhere on the left. So obviously it was a big game in France as well. Always lots of big games. Our sport is great. There's always tons of big games everywhere.
In France?
Yes, and this one was in France. I mean, it was Italy big games. It was big games everywhere in England. So Lyon, PSG, the two biggest city, and the other capital. That's how Lyon call themselves. And it was a 4-4 draw. What a game!
Wow.
You're always afraid that those games are going to end up being very close. Just like the Arsenal-Tottenham one wasn't.
Yeah.
This one wasn't either. And Lyon was up by 2 goals at some point. And PSG just managed to get back. And Ancelotti is still unbeaten since having started with PSG at the turn of the year.
Okay.
And so for Lyon, so this is Bastos here. Goal, 2 assists, and great goal. A volley. He's really good with his left foot.
It was...
and time to go up front.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen a lot of Mr. German Dennis. A bit of an underrated, I guess, striker, but one of the top scorers in Italy, very regular since the beginning of the year. We upped him during the transfer period, so we just increased his default stats to reflect his great season. Yeah. And he scored a hat-trick. So obviously deserving that, and his stats deserved some more upping, I'd say. So that's why he has an inform now on top. Obviously, that inform available for 1 week only, as usual, and the up version is the one you find now all the time, apart from this week.
Okay, I'm not sure any of that made sense to me, but I'm sure everybody who's listening to this will understand everything. Mainly it's because I was thinking about something else, actually.
Right.
I just sort of tuned out. Your face was in front of me, but I was hearing something else. It was a Wagner tune, actually. It's still going on. You can't hear it, but there it is.
That is hilarious.
Rattling around. Flight of the Valkyries.
And another actor of this 4-4 game, another offensive actor. Obviously, it's hard to put defenders in up front team of the week when there's a 4-4 draw. So 2 goals for Mr. Oaro, Guillaume Oaro.
Is that how you say his name?
It's really hard to say, and it's he's been pretty cold for a while. I mean, he's had a lot of people in front of him, and he's he's an international, so we do want him to become hot this dry period of the year. So great game, and for the it's great for Paris, and that's great for the French national team. So please keep playing like that, Guillaume.
Commentator's nightmare. Yeah, it's sort of like a
unless you're a dog commentator. I think in the canine broadcast, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, so tune into Dog TV during Euro 2012 and you'll get the best pronunciation of that guy's name.
Absolutely.
And or just say it while drunk.
Last one on the starting 11 is also another actor from a big game, the Milan Juventus. So we had Chiellini on the Juventus side. So we said Milan was very good offensive in the game. Well, that's where Robinho fits in. And
there he is.
He has an assist. He had a lot of activity. And, consistently a good player. When he played in England,
not so hot.
Necessarily get used to the weather, the fans, or whatever happens. It was just before the
weather.
I don't know. Well,
it's not an excuse.
Isn't Manchester a bit like grey and rainy?
Oh yeah, that's just because of the people.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. It's Mr. English fan by me who's
it's the Liverpool fan saying that sort of stuff.
Liverpool is paradise and coconuts and the beach, and Manchester is the mines, the sad people, the mimes. There's no mime.
The mimes.
No.
it was a perfectly accurate picture until that point. And then you introduced mines, and now it's just gone all surreal and
imagine how
incorrect.
freaky that would be if you have miners that happen to be mimes at the same time. Like they exit the mime and all they do is...
Yeah, and they've got fake pickaxes and stuff. It would take an awfully long time to get
anything out of that mine,
stuff out, Anyway, sorry, I don't want to offend any people from Manchester because I do know that there are a lot of people from Manchester in Manchester, and if any of them are listening, I don't want to offend them. On the plus side, I'm a very long way away right now, so
Nice.
I'm not sure that really worked as an apology. I'm well aware that Liverpool has exactly the same weather as Manchester, by the way. Shall we look at the subs bench?
Yeah, let's look at them quickly. So we got Marquez, left back.
These are the ones I like, the top silvers.
Yeah. He scored a goal. He was in the Italian version of Team of the Week, playing for Catania. That won't happen often. I think they have an elephant on their crest. I may have pointed that out before. I think it's a mark of the elephants that Hannibal brought with him during the Punic Wars against Rome. It's a bit of history. Sorry to bring that, and I might actually be completely wrong. It might be a completely different story. But
no, it sounds great. I mean, why else would they have an elephant on their badge?
To me, I believe that's the only reason that elephants went through Italy in the first place. Maybe a circus is sponsoring them.
Oh, could be a Roman one.
Mm-hmm. Or just right now.
I don't know, but I think in future podcasts we should definitely introduce more history, especially ancient history, because I think it provides a nice juxtaposition. So while we're talking about the Team of the Week, it's very topical, it's based on real-world events, we should definitely slot in completely irrelevant stuff as much as we can.
Well, I think it might be very important to the people of Catania. I mean, don't underestimate the power of elephants on crests.
Have you ever been to Catania?
No.
Neither have I. Mm-hmm. They could all be elephants in Catania. I don't know. Maybe they could.
I don't know what to say.
Or everyone's got an elephant for a pet. Or they don't have cars, they only ride elephants.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Let's look
Catania's just one big elephant zoo.
And we're going to
and everyone else is zookeepers. Should I stop with this?
Paise. Yeah. He is French, and I have no idea what to say his last name. Paise? Okay, well, him, Romuald.
Let's just call him Rom.
So plays in Portugal, and he had a great game against Benfica. It's a good team to have a great game against. He had a clean sheet.
Yeah.
So as such, a great rating increase for him, +4.
You've upped his acceleration there.
Oh yeah.
Let's look at that. It's massive. Right. Okay. We have
Mr. Banda.
You can say that if you want. What's his first name? Let's call him by his first name. Lars. Let's just call him Lars instead of his surname, which we shouldn't use.
I don't speak English very well, so it's okay. I can say those things. So he plays for Leverkusen.
Look at his photo. He looks like he doesn't really like his surname.
Yeah, maybe it's like...
That's the face I would pull
what did
if
you
I
call
had
me?
that surname.
What did you call me? What did you call me?
Yeah.
Ow.
Anyway.
And he scored 2 goals.
He did score 2 goals, and both of them were
Goals.
good. I don't know. I wasn't watching. Oh,
Josie Altidore. You know, kind of moving from club to club, still trying to, I guess, hit his stride and become the bona fide striker that, you know, he's been predicted to be for quite a little while.
Yeah, I remember all the when he first came over to England and played for Hull. Yeah, and there was a lot of noise preceding that about the promise of young Josie, and he, I mean, he did all right, but he didn't.
Yeah, he scored 2 goals. It was a draw, but you know, Alkmaar is a good Dutch team, so it's a good team to play in and possibly just become as good as people were expecting him to be. And that's it.
Yeah.
Mr. Altidore. Altidore.
Sounds quite Italian, doesn't it? I don't know. I wonder where that's from.
Lewandowski.
Yeah, I've met him as well.
Nice.
He's another one of our... He was on the cover of FIFA 10.
We work with him.
In Poland.
Nicely done.
I don't know. He's an excellent footballer, though. Doesn't speak much English. Beat Stevie at FIFA. Anyway, there's an interesting story for you.
So it's the second time in Team of the Week playing for Dortmund. So, you know, Dortmund high-flying in Germany first again.
Yeah.
And he scored 2 goals. Mark of a great team. We can pretty much put the whole... At the end of the year, you have the whole team in form, pretty much. Like, each week someone else is taking over and just keeping the streak going.
Yeah.
So those guys are doing great. And...
this will make the aforementioned Stevie happy. He slips in the name of Ricky Lambert every time he can...
Does he?
Yeah, it's an unhealthy and slightly unmanly hero worship that he's got going on.
And he just turned 30. I just realized looking at his date of birth. So he just turned 30, like a week ago. And he's scored a hat-trick for Southampton and doing great in the Championship, which could mean a return then to the Premier League, right? Correct?
Possibly.
Yes. You know, in this kind of complicated world of hitting the table with your hand. That's the noise that you heard. I just made a sudden move. And so there will be straight promotion, right? The first 2 or first 3, something like that. You know, those kind of weird championship rules. Next.
I was just wondering how much you could keep stringing it out. Anyway, I'm not sure if he's the top scorer in the league or not, but he if he's not quite right now, then he's certainly close. On fire. So
third hat-trick of the season. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's very, very good, and as long as he doesn't get too old, you'd imagine that there might be other Premier League teams interested in his services at some point. Southampton is, of course, a factory of footballing talent that tends to end up playing for other teams, which must be depressing, but you never know. They might be able to keep hold of them.
James Morrison to finish. Great game against Sunderland. A great win. 4-0 win for West Brom.
Yeah, it was a great... Because obviously there was so much else going on over the weekend. That got overlooked a little bit on the back pages, but it was a hell of a win, yeah.
And a vital win for, you know, their constant fight for survival.
Yes, I wonder whether that was the drawing of a line in the sand there for West Brom. And we'll see what they can do from now, because they've always played really, really nice football. They just haven't always got the results, perhaps, that football you'd think would deserve. So let's see if they can kick on from now. I'll be watching anyway. I've had a little soft spot for West Brom. Yeah. I don't know why. It was from their bouncy days. They were the yo-yo team.
Nice. The bouncy days.
It just, you know, they were like these perpetual underdogs who just couldn't quite seem to stay on their feet. But I've got my fingers crossed for him a little bit.
So there you go.
Yeah.
This is a great team of the week. I mean, you have an 89 rated defender, a 90 rating midfield, and Robinho up front that's 85. So, you know, in terms of the skills we've put out there, and, you know, we didn't just force those guys on the field. It's basically based on real performance. So it was a great weekend for
Liverpool.
For Liverpool winning the Carling Cup and getting a man of the match in the happy hour. Let me just be clear.
Okay. You know, and it was a great weekend for Cardiff as well. I know they lost, but defensively they were fantastic.
Nice, yeah.
They deserve, you know, they would. So, just throwing this out there, they deserve, say, a defender in Team of the Week. What do you think?
That's the list right there.
So we're looking at
one man of the match for each cup game.
You could change it.
This is the rule.
You could change
handed
it.
down to us. It's rule number 11 actually.
Can you put one in next week?
Huh?
Put one in next week.
If they play well in the next league game. Come on.
I'll hold you to that.
So there you go. This is this week's Team of the Week. Despite the fake contention of including more Carling Cup players into the actual Team of the Week. I'm looking at you.
No, I'm sure that the rationale behind that is perfectly valid, and I would like everyone to, in a mature and sensible fashion, let you know what they think about that on Twitter. The Real Growly on Twitter.
That's me.
Yeah, and basically, Christoph gets a lot of messages on Twitter as well, so it's worth pointing out that you should send, just to make sure that he can hear you, is that you should send him the same message at least 3 or 4 times.
What is going on here?
On several occasions during the day, and let him know.
Someone's trying to get me spammed.
Yes.
Thank you, Rom.
Yes.
Thank you, Rom. But there you go. It's this Team of the Week, and actually, without joking, keep sending me comments and stuff. And we're still working on other stuff here that obviously we can't talk about, but it's not just about Team of the Week. It's not just about
there's a lot of work going on.
There's tons.
Wish we could talk about it.
And we will at some point. But in the meantime, guys, keep enjoying Ultimate Team. Enjoy this great Team of the Week, and I'll see you on Twitter and around. If you're stalking me, please don't stalk me. And
stalk him several times, every hour, about Cardiff.
People following me in traffic.
Yeah.
Who are they? Cardiff supporters? No. Hey, I put Ryan Giggs. This is Welsh. That has to kind of balance the Welsh effects.
No, it doesn't.
What about Raquel Welsh? If I put Raquel Welsh in Team of the Week, would it make any difference?
That would be brilliant. You need to do it.
So let's try that.
You can't put Paul Scholes in there. What's the chances of getting Raquel Welsh?
I think her body type is closer to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I don't know.
Okay, we better just wrap this up. We've gone on too long.
Way too long. Okay, well, see you guys. Have a great week and enjoy FUT. Bye.
See ya.